What is the good word today, my friends? Since last we chatted, you've seen that I got the CNC kind of up and running. Preliminary results look pretty good. No expert yet, but I think I've learned enough to where we're going to try to cut a body in real wood, not just in 2x6 material. In real wood, I have some, I think it's white lumber. I don't think it's black lumber. It's pretty lightweight, but I'm going to try to reduce the weight even more by chambering the guitar again. I put a chambering toolpath in the Onefinity CNC program. Vectric Pro is what I'm using. See how that goes. I have it all glued up, ready to go. What I'm doing also with the neck, last time you saw that I don't have these frets quite seated yet. And they're still not seated. I am waiting. Hopefully today I will get a tool that will press these in. It's called a Fractal press. And it shouldn't really matter that much, the radius that I have on here. It's supposed to press the ends even if you've maybe slightly rounded, which maybe I did. Maybe I slightly rounded things off on my fretboard. But that Fractal press is supposed to push everything down. We'll see how it goes. What else have I done? I've sanded to my heart's content on this guitar. We got it up to 600 grit. So far, it's looking pretty sharp, pretty shiny. I don't have anything on there yet, but you'll notice I do have some copper tape right back here in this pocket for the control cavity. I will be doing the pickup cavities as well with the copper tape. That's just some cheapo copper tape. I thought I got wider tape, but I did not. What I'd also like to do is get the, I don't know what they're called, ferrules, I guess. I have those holes for the strings all the way through now. I've also marked where my bridge goes in the back of the guitar. I've drilled out accordingly to put these ferrules in. They should just be a press fit. Maybe I'll add a little bit of CA glue, but they should just kind of, tap in there. That's what's going on currently. We'll see if we can, I got my cavity control back also done. Kind of looks like a kidney bean, but looks pretty good. Got a pretty darn good fit. I think that we should be good to go. That's looking great as far as I'm concerned. So let's get a little bit of Osmo oil on the back of this guitar so we can see what it looks like. I'm just ready to see the grain. I really am. The only thing that I have left to do as far as putting a hole in this guitar, and I don't know if I should do it right now or if I should just wait, is the whatever that is called for when you plug in your amp and stuff like that. I got to drill that out. Okay, that's what's going on. Let's keep this rolling as much as we can. First thing I want to do is get that copper tape. Get that copper tape kind of in here. Yes, I know I should have bought 2-inch wide copper tape. I didn't. I bought 1-inch wide. I do have the back done that I showed you earlier. That was looking pretty good. I do have to drill another hole through there, but I'm pretty sure that I have to run copper tape on the inside of these areas as well. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do it because I think I'm supposed to. So that is what's gonna happen. All right, so next time, you see me, we'll have copper tape ran into the pickup cavities. I'm honestly just taking little pieces and cutting them. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but that's how I'm doing it, and it's very tedious, so I'm not gonna bore you with that. So anyways, onward and upward. Once this is all done, I'll flip it around and I'll show you guys. See ya. We are to the exciting part, for me anyway, of this build, and I have been excited to get some finish on this walnut because I haven't had a chance to see it yet. It's got pretty grain, so I want to see what it looks like, and that's what we're gonna do. Go ahead and put some Osmo on these real quick, and I'll show you. You'll see the process. I'll stop talking, and we can just watch what we're doing now. As a reminder, I'm using Osmo Poly X. This stuff right here, it is old. It's an old can. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty too. So I think I should have plenty to do it. Just take a little bit. I'm gonna do probably 5 coats altogether. This first coat, we just put it on light. We let it sit for a little while. We buff it back off. We call it a day. I'm just gonna do the back first, and then, you know what? I'll do the back and the front. I don't think it'll hurt anything necessarily. Anywho, let's go ahead and apply some on here, and we'll see what it darn looks like finally, because it's been a while. I think it's gonna look pretty good. We'll let that sit, and then we'll buff it off. And I'll show you how it's looking. May as well do the sides while I'm at it. Okay, there that sits. Now for this part. I don't think I'm jumping the gun here. I think it's okay. We've got it sanded to 600. Let's just go ahead and do what we're gonna do. It's gonna be pretty. We'll let that soak in, but as of right now, I'll just go ahead and at least show you a little bit. Man, that is nice. It's gonna be nice. And we'll keep going. You guys, hopefully in the last section of this video, the current video that I'm on, saw me put on some oil. I did Osmo oil on this guitar front. Right now I only have 1 coat of the Osmo on. I'm going to do 5 coats. That's the front, this is the back. I think it's looking pretty dang good. Like I said, I'm gonna do five coats. Now when I used to build tables and credenzas and all that type of thing, I would always do 3 coats of Osmo if it was an oil wax finish. But I think I'm gonna go the extra mile. I'm gonna put on 2 more extra coats of Osmo for this guitar because I want to. I think it'll just, you know, maybe look that much more spiffy. Who knows? What I wanted to talk about real quick was I've been having issues with my frets. We've talked about this a couple times. I've shown you that there's a gap. That gap needs to be taken up. And I either I beveled, or I'm sorry, either I put I over radiused or something. This is a 12-inch radius. Maybe something happened where I rounded over the edges a little bit more, or maybe these frets that I got for this guitar aren't quite 12 inches. So in comes my friend, my good friend Ty from Shock the Fox. I'll tag him on here somewhere, but I want to say a huge thank you. He saw that I was having some issues. We chatted about it. He immediately sent me over a fret press. Now this is a fret press made by JEdwards. Super fantastic design. Basically whatever radius fretboard you have, this will conform to it. Now this is sold by StewMac. Sells these, and you might be able to go to JEdwards Guitars Instagram page as well, I'm not sure, to get them, but for sure StewMac sells them. And what they'll do is they'll conform to any radius that's on your guitar. So this is a 12-inch radius. It'll automatically conform to that radius and push things in. So if you had say you had a neck that had multiple radiuses on it, which a lot of people do, and you have to like get different calls set up for as you're setting your frets. Now you don't have to do that. You can just chuck this into your arbor press or chuck this into your drill press, and it will automatically conform to whatever radius you have. So it's kind of a one and done situation, and it's a very well machined piece of equipment. So if you can get one of those, I would. Thank you to my friend for sending me this. I will, you know, it's a lifetime tool. I'll have it forever. What's going to happen today is I'm going to try to use that tool to seat these frets down into these slots. Let's kind of get moving and see how things go, and we'll see where this video goes from here. First thing we're going to do is set these frets. Hopefully, set these frets. I did end up go ahead and finishing up a coat on the front and the back. This is what the back looks like with 1 coat of the Osmo Poly X. I'm gonna do at least 3 coats. And this is what the front looks like with the Osmo Poly X. Just an oil wax. Went with an oil based just because I wanted it to be, I don't know, I wanted the color of the walnut to come out. So that's what I did. This was the how the cover came out. This is a burl, like a maple burl, so that'll just kind of sit on the back of the guitar. I think with magnets is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on, so that's just 1 coat like I just mentioned. I'm gonna put on at least 3 coats. So I'm gonna finish doing this, and then I'll bring you back to where we were with the neck. I have the neck over here. I have 1 coat of Osmo on this neck as well. I'll probably also do 3 coats at least on this neck. I still have to do the water paper transfer for the logo. I finally got in my, what did I get in? Oh, like a beveler for the frets so that we don't, you know, cut our fingers and bleed all over the place. So I got to bevel. First I think I got to flatten everything out with the straight edge file. Then I have to bevel, and then I have to go ahead and round over. And I did get all the frets pressed in and secured with some CA glue. Are they perfect? They're still not perfect. They're not perfect, but they're as good as I can get it right now, at least. And then I'll have to figure that out on my next guitar build because, like I said, they're not perfect. All right, let's get going. I think what I'm going to do first actually is buff this with a white Scotch-Brite in between coats. I sanded this originally to 600 grit, I think is what I mentioned before. That's fine. You can go higher for sure, but I just wanted to do that. So I'm going to buff this out in between coats because I think it's, you know, recommended. I don't know if it's recommended, but I usually do it. So that's what I'm going to do. And it should give another clean surface for that oil to adhere to. Technically, you're not supposed to sand really past 220 grit, I believe is what the can recommends, but you know, it's a guitar. It's not a floor, that's just flooring wax. That Rubio, Osmo, all that stuff, it's made for floors, really. It's been around for decades, but really only popular the last 6 to 7 years with furniture makers because it's easy to apply. So you don't have to be so lazy. It's not really just like, it is ease to apply, and there is a factor of it that is opens up finishing to a lot more people. If you don't have something that with a spray finish, or you don't have to be so finicky with trying to keep a wet edge and yada yada yada, it takes some of the skill factor of finishing out. I'm not saying it's not skillful to apply an oil wax because I'm doing it. But it is easier, and it does look nice. And guitars, for the most part, you know, they don't have to look like a piece of plastic all the time. So, anywho's, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, do what I said I was gonna do. Just light coats with this oil. Like I said before, a little bit goes a long way. And on your second and consecutive coats, you need less because it's not going to soak in quite as much. So I'll quit boring you with that, and we'll apply oil. I'm going to buff it in a little bit with this scouring pad as well. Coat number 2. Starting to build a little sheen. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna put, after I'm done with the 3 coats, I'm gonna put 3 to 5 coats. I'm going to put a wax, like a paste wax or brie wax or something on the front of it, just to give it a little bit more added sheen and protection. But this is, it's looking pretty good. All right, so there's the back. The back is just as darn pretty as the front, to be honest with you. So we're gonna let that rest and sit, and then we'll move on to the neck. Filing the frets down to the correct, whatever I'm trying to say. Got my plug-in too, so I gotta drill one more hole in the guitar. That's not gonna happen in this video probably, but that's the last hole that I should have to drill in the guitar. I believe it's a 7/8 inch hole, but I'll measure everything just to be sure. I also got in the, I guess, fret beveler, for lack of a better term, not quite sure. Looks like it comes with a little file, perhaps to do the ends of the frets, not sure. That's what this is. Looks like it has a file in there, and it's on a whatever degree angle that is. It looks like a 45 or something like that. And then there's a space over here for a 90 degree. So we'll start with a 90 degree, and I think we need to like smooth off. I've already trimmed all the ends of the frets. Now we need to flush them up or smooth them off to the side, I believe. And then I can put the bevel on, and then I have to level the frets, and I have something on order for that. Hopefully that gets here pretty soon. And then we gotta re-crown or reshape the frets. That tool I do not have yet, but I'm working on it. So we'll get going. This might be a good place to maybe wrap up this quick video. I just wanted to show you guys the color, show you how that was coming, show you what I was using. Again, I used the Osmo PolyX, you know, technically a floor wax, but it'll work just fine for something like this. So this is almost the end of the can for me. And I'll probably need a new can here pretty soon, but it's working. Good enough for the girls I run with, they say. Especially on my first guitar, just learning. Okay, let's wrap it up. Let's start a new video, starting this neck and the frets again, and then leveling things off and seeing what we can do, since I don't have all the tools yet. All right, till next time. See you guys next video. Gosh, I appreciate it if you like, hit subscribe, make a comment. Heck, comment something if you're learning how to build a guitar yourself, or if you're a seasoned guitar building veteran and you want to throw me some tips. I'd love to hear them. All right, till next time. Time to go eat some tacos.